Calling all writers, artists, and creative seekers, what's in store for your creative life over the next couple of weeks? Well, we're going to dive in with a brand new Oracle deck. And guess what? It's created by yours truly. And we're going to find out how you can manifest your muse, live your best creative life, and we'll clarify a little bit too with some tarot. So keep watching. So welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So good to see you here. This is a reading for all signs. It is timestamped. Timestamps are in the description of the video. And yes, we are going to look at your creative potential over the next couple of weeks using my brand new Oracle deck, Manifest Your Muse. This is available for purchase on my website. I will leave a link to it in the description of the video if you are interested. Lovingly created by me, 50 cards, all about different facets of the creative process. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Aries, let's see what you need to know about your creative potential, your creative life over the next couple of weeks. What does Aries need to know? My writers, artists, and creative seekers, Aries people, what do they need to know? From the Manifest Your Muse Oracle deck, Aries, you have Muse of Luminous Events. So we got some Uranian energy here with the lightning bolts. We have use the clarity from a recent epiphany to inform your next creative act. So what realization have you had? Maybe it's already happened. Maybe you're about to have some sort of luminous event light up the sky of your mind and provide some clarity. With that clarity, inform your next creative act. All right, let's see what you need to know about that. Let's do some tarot clarification here for you. Aries, Muse of Luminous Events. Aries. Let's see what we got here for you. All right, crack open the deck. Let's see what we have. We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Three of Swords. Wow, interesting. And the Temperance, the Sag energy, your ninth house. Okay, so what I think here is going on, this is so powerful. You may have had a revelation, or you're about to have a revelation, Aries, an epiphany about saying goodbye to some sort of heartbreak, some sort of heartbreaking situation. This may be happening in Pisces season because we have the Pisces energy coming up here. But you're going to take your pain, whatever, and this could be pain from the past, pain from maybe some sort of little heartache of saying goodbye to something, and you're going to transmute it. The Temperance card is here. You're going to create something out of some sort of painful situation, whether past or present. It could be that the luminous event you're having is how you can change it, how you can transmute this energy into some sort of artistic creation. This may be something about something from a long time ago, since Pisces rules your 12th house, Saturn is there. So it could be something about waving goodbye and saying goodbye to some sort of psychic burden that you've been carrying over a painful situation. And again, taking that energy of pain and heartbreak and whatever, and transforming it into, taking the creative flame and transforming it into something of power. So transmuting pain into power is something that you may be focusing in on for your next creative act. And when it says creative act, doesn't mean it's necessarily something for the marketplace. It could just be something that you paint for yourself, or you write in your journal for yourself, or something like that, right? But this is gorgeous, and this is spiritual guidance. And notice how this person is facing, how the Temperance angel is facing this Muse of Luminous Events. So there is power here in this epiphany. There is powerful agency of change. Sorry, that just dinged in. I don't know why. Probably a sign for you, Aries. This energy here of really putting the past in some way and stepping through this changed existence of the power of putting something in your past and waving goodbye to it. And sometimes making something from it, using it to inform a creative act, like writing an unsent letter and burning it, but of course burn it safely, or writing in your journal and then discarding it, or creating a quick collage and getting rid of it, or I'm saying getting rid of it, but just getting the feelings out on paper in some sort of artistic medium is also, just for yourself, is a way to use this particular energy, your next creative act. Of course, you could take pain and turn it into a great masterpiece too. That's possible, but you are on the cusp of great change, of leaving this behind through some sort of creative effort. And also the other thing too is whatever you create from this experience, it's going to really reach other people. It's going to really touch them and make them feel like, this is reminding me, this Three of Swords, see the tear falling down her face. It reminds me of that quote from Robert Frost, no tears in the writer, no tears in the reader, right? So unless the creator is really feeling something on a deep level, it's hard sometimes to imbue the creation with the same type of feelings unless they're feeling them themselves. And you're feeling it. You're feeling the vibe, and you're taking this energy and you're really transforming it, and you're transforming yourself, and you'll be transforming the people, if this is something for the public, transforming the people that come in contact with this particular work. All right, Taurus, let's see what creative potential awaits you over the next couple of weeks with the Manifest Your Muse Oracle deck. My Oracle deck. So excited to say that. My very first Oracle deck. All right, let's see what we have for you, Taurus. Ariel's doing her nails on the sofa. If you hear something, you have the money bags, Muse. You got the money, focusing on the money here, Taurus. All right, money loves joy, which I say all the time on this channel, and now it's forever on my Oracle deck. Creating from pleasure and passion is more likely to materialize profit. Okay, so focusing in on the joy will create the monies. All right, let's see what we need to know about that for you, Taurus, with some tarot clarification. With whatever you're pursuing, with your creative energies. All right, let's see what we have. We have the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. That's interesting. Oh, and the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay, so I feel like you have been stewing on something. I think you have been stewing, and you have been approaching the next thing you want to create, or the next chapter of what you're creating, or whatever it is, like the next iteration. You have been stewing mentally, this Four of Swords, Five of Swords, on what it is. But it's an intellectual process, whereas what is needed right now is a passion process, not an intellectual process. And the Ace of Wands is here, which is about tapping into your passion. Ace of Wands, here's your money bag, Muse. Okay, so the pennies will rain down from the sky. The gold coins will rain down from the sky when you start something from passion. It's right here, this Ace of Wands. So you're approaching something intellectually, and I think also overthinking it in some way. The Four of Swords too, I think with this Four and Five of Swords combined here, it is just that this is the stuck energy. Nothing is moving. And the second guessing, like you first start with that, then you talk yourself out of it, and you go to this thing, and then you go to that thing. It's very unsettled. And then sometimes you feel like you're just going to throw in the towel, Four of Swords, and just quit it entirely. And then other times, Five of Swords, you're like, no, I got to do this. Both of those are struggle energies, I feel. Like there's just this back and forth between the struggle of, the fighting with yourself, and then just the struggle of I'm just, giving up. And it could be a struggle to give up too, because you are tenacious. You don't want to give up. So you see my point here. And this is not the maybe approach you want to take right now. Really follow the joy, follow the bliss. If it is not lighting you up, if it's not feeling like the fire in the belly of this Ace of Wands, then don't talk yourself into it. Don't try to fit a square peg in a round hole is what I am feeling also with this energy. And you just got to get out of your head. I mean, that's what's going on here. You've got to get out of your head. And the other thing too is with the money bags muse is sometimes, depending on where we're at in the creative process, we can overly think like we maybe, if we're creating something for our business, even let's say, or something we want to monetize at some point, we're putting the cart before the horse. We're thinking of the monetization first. We're thinking of the market first. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, it sometimes can send us into this overthinking and anxiety spiral where we don't get anything done. And, we don't follow through. We don't follow through intellectually. Like we keep second guessing ourselves because we're thinking about marketplace, monies, etc., rather than just first investing in the passion of creativity and the joy of the creative act. So, while it's all well and good with certain things to perhaps do like market research, all of that, sometimes it's the creative act. You got to get out of your own way. You got to start something new with passion and joy and get out of your head, get out of your own way. If you would like to make sure that you are aligning with the energy of prosperity, that's what I feel. Okay, so there's something here to look at with that, Taurus. All right, Gemini, let's see what you need to know about your creative potential, your creative life over the next couple of weeks. Gemini, with the Manifest Your Muse Oracle deck. What does Gemini need to know? Let's find out. We have, Muse of the Wild Woman. Muse of the Wild Woman. This card was definitely inspired by Women Who Run with the Wolves, one of my favorite books of all time by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. Gemini, your instincts are correct. Refuse to be tamed or muted by others' expectations. It's time to howl. Okay, so follow your creative instincts, get a little wild, get a little crazy. The full moon that's coming up in Leo may be particularly important for you in this regard. It's coming up on the 25th, I believe, of January. That's in your third house of communications, of your mind, writing, speaking, teaching, all those things. So, but the important part here is also your instincts are correct. So not second guessing yourself in some way about what you are pursuing creatively right now. All right, so let's see. Don't let other people try to hold you back, right? Refuse to be tamed or muted by others' expectations. Let loose, Gemini. Howl. All right, let's see what we have to clarify. Oh, we have the Fool. Wow, okay. Oh, and there's the Leo, the full moon in Leo coming up here. And the King of Wands. Wow. Okay. So, I'm getting chills down my legs. You have some sort of very strong new beginning at hand. Something that you are very assertively wanting to pursue with your creative life, your creative potential here. So I would definitely say that getting started with this particular effort, project, whatever it is you got going on, this is the timing, that full moon in Leo. The Fool card is about something new. It's something adventurous. It's something that feels like an adventure, that's light and free and fun. It's something also that's really tapping into your strength, and you feel very strongly about this new beginning. So I think you're on the precipice of embarking upon some sort of new project, new adventure, new creative adventure. And it's one that you're very much in charge of with this King of Wands showing up here. So, feed this creative flame. And the other thing too, the King of Wands he's a good energy. He's very loyal usually. But he can be a little bossy, but I think that's good. I think in this context, defend your boundaries if you need to. Like it says here on this card, refuse to be tamed or muted by others' expectations. Like, look at the way he's sitting in this card, this King of Wands, right? He's looking like, yo, don't mess with me, because I'll just rise right up out of this chair and, let you know, like, cut it out. So, there's something here to be said about kind of, I don't want to say being, of course, not aggressive, but being assertive and just being forthright and saying to people, this is what I want to do. It's none of your business. I'm doing this, but this is really great. And the strength card here is also, I feel like, your heart is really in it. Of course, the strength, the Leo energy is the heart and the creative, but I'm also feeling there may be something connected with your body with this. So, this word of embodiment, and I'm thinking like method acting, like what I mean by this is like a full body immersion experience in this new wild thing that you're going to create as this new creative adventure. So it's like eat, sleep, breathe this project. So like, in method acting, I think it's method acting where it's like, you don't call the actor by their real name. You call them by the name of the character. And this is like 24/7. You don't deviate from this. And they really embody and inhabit that character, like for the whole play or the whole movie. So I'm feeling there's something about that. So Gemini, you may want to, if you're writing a novel, let's say you're starting a new novel and you're doing some sort of novel set in the 18th century, maybe you're going to start wearing this crazy fedora like the Three Musketeers with a big feather on it when you're writing, maybe not out in public, unless you want to, if you want to be daring like our fool, our jester here, but something like that. That's what I'm saying. Or maybe you're experimenting with some foods from the 17th century and playing with recipes and enjoying those as a way to fully immerse yourself in the new adventure, in the new project that you are creating. So I'm kind of feeling that as well. Like the clothes, the food, costumes, languages, of the full immersion into a creative experience. That is what I'm feeling. This is really, really, really cool energy here, Gemini. All right, Cancer, let's see what your creative potential is for the next couple of weeks. The energies that you can work with to manifest your muse. Let's find out. Cancer, what do we have for you? Oh, we have Muse of Notes and Mirrors. Beautiful. This is what you hear in the music is reflected in your art. Lyrics are predictive. Listen closely. So this is a card really about for songwriters, absolutely. Musicians, songwriters, but even if you're not a musician or songwriter, it's about, when you turn on the radio and you hear a snatch of lyric that is really speaking to you almost like not almost, but it is a psychic message. It's a message from the universe. So that's what I mean by lyrics are predictive. Listen closely. The universe is bringing you a psychic creative message through some snippet of music that may be happening to you, for you over the next couple weeks, and informing your next creative direction, giving you an affirmation, etc. Others of you who are involved in music, this is absolutely a card saying, get back to your lyrics, get back to your songwriting, get back to your music, enjoy whatever you're doing with that. All right, let's clarify with the tarot. What you hear in the music is reflected in your art. So some of you too, having certain types of music playing to create certain things, kind of a soundtrack for your creative time, is maybe something you want to look into also. All right, let's see what we have for you, Cancer. We have the Two of Coins. We have the Chariot. Wow. And we have the Emperor. Aries energy of originality and independence. Okay, so I think that you may have, Cancer, a couple of projects that are currently underway with this Two of Coins. I think that there is something that's about to really speed up in your life. I think, and okay, this is what I feel. I think there's something where your progress on some sort of creative project may have been slow, and there may be two projects that you're kind of involved with right now. But the progress in terms of getting it done has not been very quick. And I think that is bothering you. I think the music itself, I feel a couple things. I think you could just say to these two things, I don't want to do them anymore. They're not moving very quickly, maybe because I'm not that interested, or the creative fire burnt out in them, whatever it may be. And instead, I'm going to find something else. And through the power of music, or like I said, through getting a psychic message through a predictive lyric, I'm going to find two other things or one new path that is going to empower me a lot more and that I can move ahead more quickly on. Aries energy here is super quick. The Chariot energy is super quick. I mean, it's momentum, right? It's about quick momentum. I think you need a quick win. You need some momentum here. You're in charge, of course, of that momentum and how it goes. But I think you need a win. That's what I'm feeling. And what's been going on thus far is not quite cutting it. So this is very good. And of course, this is your energy, the Chariot here. So I think you're about to embark upon and choose a new path for yourself that's going to be very empowering. It's going to be more suited to you. And because this is your 10th house of career, Aries, and because the North Node is in Aries right now, this may bring you a whole new career destiny as well, or some new recognition for your career that you didn't have before, especially if you're involved in a creative project that is associated with your career. So really, really interesting energy here, Cancer. All right, Leos, let's see what you need to know about your creative life, your creative potential, manifesting your muse over the next couple of weeks. Leos, let's see what we have for you. We have Moon Goddess Muse. Very fitting because your full moon is coming on January 25th. And this says, in tune with the night, embrace cycles, engage in meaningful rituals, and find fulfillment. So this, I feel like for you, since your full moon is on the horizon, I feel like this card is an emotional check-in of how are you feeling about your creative life? Are your creative rituals supporting you? Where are you in your creative life cycle currently? Do you feel happy and satisfied? Do you have things you want to change? Do you need to start something new, finish something up? Where are you at? It is time to check in emotionally, right? Our moon, check in emotionally and find the answers within so that you can find fulfillment with your creative life. All right, so let's see what we have. And our personal full moon, which as I said, yours is coming up January 25th, is a really good time to emotionally check in with ourselves. So let's see what we have for you, Leos. Moon Goddess Muse. We have the Four of Cups. The Libra, that's your third house of communications. Wow, and the Emperor again, and I shuffled quite thoroughly. You want a new adventure, I feel. I think you want to commit yourself to some sort of new adventure. There has been a bit of apathy, perhaps, with this Four of Cups. Can be emotional disillusionment. You're really hoping the universe brings a new opportunity. And I think it will once you use this Moon Goddess energy and check in with yourself and figure out what it is that you do really need. The Emperor energy here is you. So it is here. It is up to you with this Aries to, stake a claim for what you want. This is your ninth house, the big picture perspective of your life. So I think there's something to really check in with, as I was saying, about where are you going in your creative life. If you've been bored up to this point, if you feel nothing's quite working, fitting, why is that? Is something out of balance? The Libra energy is here. Are you devoting too much time to work, as we all have to, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever, and not enough time to your passion projects, to your creative life? So again, that's up to you to take charge of getting the balance right and making sure you do have time for your creative activities. Maybe it's time to commit yourself to some sort of new self-contract of how and when you're going to pursue your creative projects. So there could be something like that going on. You could also have recently maybe finished up some sort of contract or obligation with even a creative project, and you're wondering, how can I put my stamp on something new? What is that going to look like? What is that going to be? And not really be totally clear on that yet. And that's okay. So I think this is interesting. I'm really feeling more so with the Libra in the middle here, that it is more about the balance you need, as we all do, between work-life obligations, creative things. And we get very unhappy, in my opinion. We get very unhappy when we don't have any time to nurture our creative life, our heart space. We are born with gifts that we are meant to nurture, share, enjoy. And when we don't get time to do that, when we don't make time, so this can be emperor, like you got to, set that boundary and make the time and take charge and say, no, I need this time. But when we don't have that, we end up in a 4 of Cups. We get down in the dumps. We feel sad. We feel like, bleh, right? So this is your time to regroup on this. And as soon as you know, and as soon as you commit yourself to getting this balance, the universe will respond, I think, with some fresh emotional energy and ideas of what you're going to move forward on next. Because Libra rules, as I said, your 3rd house of the mind. A new creative inspiration and idea is about to pop in for you. You do need to make room for it, literally, and also, I feel, emotionally in some way. All right, Virgo, let's see what we need to know about your creative potential, your creative life over the next couple of weeks. Manifesting your muse, Virgo. Let's see what we have. We have Muse of Second Chances. Muse of Second Chances. Reuse and repurpose your creative materials. Give yourself the opportunity to try again. Gorgeous. Give yourself the gift of a second chance. And it can be with something you've already done, you've already created, and you just want to kind of repurpose it, recycle it in some way, go back to an idea, tweak it, breathe new life into something that you forgot about even, maybe. Okay, give yourself the opportunity to try again, Virgo. Let's see. We have for you, we have the Page of Cups. We have the 9 of Swords. And we have the King of Wands. Okay. So yeah, I think, maybe you have been worrying that you kind of, with the 9 of Swords in the middle here, maybe you have been worrying that you've kind of lost some creative fire, some creative mojo, or you can't, 9 of Swords is our mental energy. I call it nighttime anxiety card. Something is keeping you up at night. You're kind of tossing and turning. Is this the right idea? Is that the right idea? I don't know what way to go. I'm confused. That type of energy. The answer lies in this Page of Cups, which is our Piscean energy, very creative self-expression type energy, artistic. And it is about, since it's the page, new beginnings for, like the card says, something that has already begun. So I think that that's where the solution lies, in taking charge, this King of Wands, of investigating, going out, searching, looking through your archives, through the stuff in the back of your closet, through your drawers, through the journal entries, through the notes you scribbled on the back of a napkin, or whatever it might be that you still saved. And really reconnect with whatever emotionally resonates for you. And I would say also whatever surprises you. That is the Page of Cups as well. There's a tidbit lurking somewhere in some sort of recent situation, right? The second chance, some sort of tidbit that is currently overlooked because you're too focused on, I don't have an idea, or I'm just too nervous and worried about something. It could be something else in your life too. And when we're worried and nervous about something else in our life, sometimes we lose our creative spark for the time being. We feel like our brain is empty. We don't have any ideas. This is normal. This happens to people. So if you're in that space because of something else, just know that there is a juicy little surprising tidbit. Whatever surprises you, you come across it, you stumble across it. That is the thing to start investing more creative energy in, bold creative energy. I would say too, with this King of Wands, this second chance needs to be bold. It needs to, whatever the surprising thing is, take a bold approach to it. Not the same old, not the second guessing and worry type energy, but the bold approach. Just the go out there, dynamic. I'm just going to go all in on this and do it in that type of, I don't want to say devil may care, but almost like, just devil may care. Like, let's just try this and see what happens. That's what I feel is going on here for you, Virgo. All right, Libras, let's see what you need to know about your creative life, your creative potential, manifesting your muse. Libras, let's see what we have for you, Libras. Ooh, we have Muse of the Sparkler effect. Ooh, very cool. Okay. So the spark is lit, Libra, and your passionate enthusiasm for a new idea lights your path forward. You inspire others. That is the sparkler effect. All right, so passionate enthusiasm for a new idea lights your path forward. Let's see what we need to know about that. And of course, because you're all sparkly with this new idea, other people are attracted to that energy and feel inspired by it. Let's see what we have for you, Libras. All right. Spark is lit, Libra. All right. Here's our 5 of coins. Here's our 6 of coins. And here's our 2 of wands. Yeah, your spark is definitely lit. I think what's interesting here is pentacles for me are about self-esteem. It's not just about money. So I feel like within the next, sorry, my thing buzzed. Within the next 2 weeks to 2 months, this, like, you are unlocking a treasure chest of inspiration, motivation, and the actual thing that you want to create with this passion is lit energy. Okay, you are finding something within the next 2 weeks to 2 months that is going to get you out of a creative slump, that is going to inspire you, and that I think others also may be helping you with it in some way. Like, giving you the support, whatever that support may be. It might be financial because we have the 6 of coins here. But it could also be like, they'll read your manuscript for you, or they'll clean the house for you while you work on a project, or they cook you a nice meal because they know you've been working all day on your novel. Something like that, some sort of tangible support, because they see how passionate, how excited you are. But most importantly, you're going to see yourself so excited with whatever this key is that you are finding out about your own need for the new, the exciting. You've been in a 5 of coins. Okay. You have been asking the universe with your hand out, Libra. Hello, where's my spark? Where's my enthusiasm? Where's the thing that's going to make me excited? It's going to make me feel good about what I'm doing. Yes, it could be about, you want to also have something that's going to make money, sure. But I'm reading this more in terms of self-esteem, that you have maybe felt a little defeated, a little like, that's shifting because there's something that's going to be better aligned for your energy that you're discovering. Here's the Libra energy that is in this Six of Coins and the scales here. So again, maybe, 6 days to 6 weeks with the 6 that's showing up, which is like the 2 months, month and a half period here with this Two of Wands. And we got the fire, we have the sparkle here. And the key is that it is lighting you up. Instead of giving so much of your time and attention to other people, where the scales get imbalanced and then you feel resentful and you feel like a 5 of coins because you don't have time for yourself, you are going to also rebalance your scales so that you have time, yes, to attend to what you need to attend, but also to attend to your own creative needs and your own self. That is the key. There's something that perhaps has gotten out of balance, which is why we had this 5 of coins. You're feeling like, when it's my time, what is in my time, universe? And you got your hand out. Okay. So this is fantastic. You're going to be offering something very significant to the world, I feel, in the year ahead with your creative energies. And it probably gets underway within the next, like I said, 6 weeks to 2 months. So lovely energies here, Libra. All right, Scorpio, let's see what you need to know about your creative life, creative potential, manifesting your muse over the next couple of weeks. Scorpios, let's see what we have for you. Oh, we have Muse of the Chosen Hour. Muse of the Chosen Hour. Schedule creative time into your calendar, Scorpio. Honor your commitments to showing up and doing the work. Okay. Honor your commitments to showing up and doing the work. You got to schedule that time into your calendar, Scorpio. What are you working on? Leave me a comment. I'd love to know. What are you doing right now? All right. Honor your commitment to yourself. Creative life. Let's see what we need to know about that. All right, Scorpio. Oh, we have the wheel, which kind of looks like a clock, doesn't it? Oh, and the Chariot. Wow. Okay. And the 7 of Coins. All right, so in my opinion, it would be a good idea to ask yourself, how badly do you want this? Is it worth it to you, 7 of Coins, to schedule time into your creative calendar? Whatever you have going on right now, is it worth it to you? Because guess what? Life is very hectic for you right now. You have the wheel, you have the Chariot. Something's moving very fast in your life. You could be pulled in a couple different directions. You may be having success with other things. You may be caught up in a whirlwind of activities, of not even with your work life. It could be your love life, family activities. You could be traveling, as an example, too, with these two energies. And that's all well and good. But this card is saying it is important for you to make time right now for your creative life as well. But the 7 of Coins, which is the card of reevaluation, of importance, the coins, the worth, the value is there. If it's not valuable to you right now, if your heart's not really into it, okay, don't worry about it. You'll schedule time for it later, or you will choose something else. You may decide, the universe may be bringing you some other, because the Chariot was the 2, right? Maybe bringing you some other idea, some other inspiration. And you may be reevaluating, well, maybe I got to shift gears. I'm getting because the gears in the wheel here, I'm getting this shift and the gears in the clock, shifting gears with this to pursue a different path, perhaps, not the one that you're currently on. Maybe you haven't been scheduling time for it because it's not interesting, but you've been kind of like, well, maybe I should do it. Okay, you see what I'm saying? This is not about shoulds. This is about you making the emotional evaluation. Is something worth my time and energy, or is actually something better rolling in that I'm more excited about Let me admit that to myself and let me make time for that. We make time for what matters in our lives. I don't care if we're talking about relationships, businesses, creative stuff. You make time for what matters. So particularly if you have been having some excuses and whatever, it could be that maybe it just doesn't matter as much to you because it's not exciting you in some way. And so it could be time for a change of direction. All good things to be thinking about here, Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what you need to know about your creative life, your creative potential, manifesting your muse. Sagittarius, what do you need to know? Let's find out. Sagittarius. All right, here we go. Let's see what we have for you. Oh, we have Muse of the Ripening Moon. She looks very ripe there, doesn't she? Okay, Muse of the Ripening Moon. Your project is coming to fruition. Share its current iteration with a trusted friend for feedback, if you feel so inclined to do that. But something is about to bloom and blossom in your world. It's ripening. It's ready. And sometimes we stay too much. We don't let it go. We're afraid to complete something. We're at that point where it's just blooming, but then we don't finish it up. We don't put those final little touches on it. Maybe fear of finally getting it out there in the world, or what do we do next once we get that complete? What's next? But something is coming to fruition. You might want to have somebody to look at it if it's somebody you trust, etc. But all right, so let's see what we need to know about this. It's ripening. It's blossoming for you, Sag. Full moon in Leo coming up on the 25th of January. Might be happening then. Oh, 9 of Cups. The 5 of Coins. And there's your energy. There is something here about self-esteem and self-worth that may be going on. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to share this with somebody who's trusted, maybe a fellow fire sign. But also because your energy is showing up here with this King. And Pentacles for me are about self-esteem. And 5 of Coins for me can be a self-esteem issue. Your wish is to complete this, is to have it out in the world, to feel proud of it. But there is something going on here in the middle to look at. With your energy showing up here as the King, this can also be sometimes the only way to overcome this is by doing the thing that we are scared of doing, that we feel a little trepidation about. And one of the first things you can do is, yes, share it with a trusted person. Instead of maybe sharing it with the whole world right away, or share it anonymously in some way and get some feedback. Again, you got to vet these sources. Don't just share willy-nilly things, and be mindful of intellectual property, copyrights, things like that. You don't want somebody stealing your work, etc. All the things I'm saying. Okay, but you got this. This is your time. Look at this gorgeous energy. Like, you have poured your heart and soul, 9 of Cups. You have had an appetite for this project. You have made it happen. What is going on here with this 5 of Coins? It's a general reading. It's going to be different for different people, but this is the energy to be asking myself. What is the fear of being seen, being visible? Again, it's not maybe the only way, but the best way to overcome that, you just have to start doing it in small steps. And eventually it gets easier over time. So I think it's time to share your work, share something with a trusted source to help you get over the hump of whatever this is. You could also have fear of the marketplace. I mean, if this is something that's going out into the world to make money, maybe you're getting a little nervous because you're unsure if it will make money. Only time will tell with this, but the point is for you to be confident about what you're putting out there, the King of Wands, and not get caught up in this, because, we know the vibe attracts the tribe, as they say, right? So if you're putting it out there with trepidation, if it's going to make money or not, maybe, again, possibly people might pick up on that energy and have that same sort of feeling. So just be mindful of this. Again, it's going to mean different things to different people, but There's something it's ready. It is ready. Are you ready is the question. All right, Capricorn, let's see what you need to know about your creative life, creative potential, manifesting your muse. Capricorn. Let's see. What do we have? Ooh, we have third eye wise muse. Third eye wise. Follow your intuitive hunches. Stay open and curious, Capricorn. So your third eye is going to be really lit up over the next couple of weeks. You're going to be getting a lot of psychic downloads, psychic messages. Stay open to whatever psychic intel is coming in off the ethers and stay curious about how you might use that information. It's when we get intuitive information, it's important not to prejudge it. Just let it come in, let it sit, write it down somewhere, let it sit, and then later you can analyze, discuss, wonder, critique, question it, etc. But it's best not to pick apart intuitive stuff too quickly, or even at all, really. But follow your intuitive hunches, Capricorn. Your third eye is very wise. Oh, yeah, here's the Hermit. That's your 9th house. Whoops. Pick up the cards. Page of Coins. And the Four of Swords. Well, it's coming through the ethers, all right. Here's the Four of Swords. It's coming through. And it's going to deliver some valuable information. And the Hermit, of course, in your alone time. It could be when the moon is in Virgo. We will have a full moon in Virgo, I believe the end of February. So that might be a particularly intuitive time for you with this particular energy, but it could be before that. And of course, the Hermit is, I think you're looking for some sort of path, spiritual solution, some way forward. Page of Coins is about digging out information. So it could also be, I'm kind of like feeling digging out information from your subconscious or channeling information from a spirit guide, a wise elder, an ancestor who's passed on with the Hermit here. Something like that. But it's a valuable nugget with the Page of Coins here. But the Four of Swords is showing up. So this is through sleep and dreams, more than likely. Or when you're just kind of in an in-between meditative state. The Hermit rules your 9th house, which is the big picture perspective of your life. So that's why I'm saying I feel like there's something here that you're asking the universe about in terms of a direction to go in with a project or starting something new or letting something go. But you really want a sign. This is the other thing I'm feeling. You really want a sign kind of from the universe or from a spirit guide that this is the info I need. This is going to let me know I should go this way or that way. But it's not going to come through, because it's the Four Swords here. It's not going to come through outward forces. It's going to come through some sort of internal, like I said, through a meditation or through a dream. That's what I feel from this energy. So make sure you're writing down any type of information you wake up with in the morning, even if it doesn't make any sense to you. It might make sense later. It can also be helpful to ask the question before you go to sleep. With the lantern, before you turn out your lantern, ask the question before you go to sleep. Let your subconscious do the work. Let yourself relax into it. See what spirit visitations you may have, astral travel in the astral realms to give you that piece of information. And then immediately upon waking, before you do anything else, just write down or type in your phone or whatever, any little snippet. I don't care what it is. It could be one tiny little detail. And do this over several nights. It can paint a very clear picture for you of whatever you're inquiring about. But you're going to get in for valuable information through your dreams. So intuitive hunches, do not discount what's going on in the astral realms for you. I would say over the next 9 weeks, especially Capricorn, there's valuable information there for you. Aquarius, what do you need to know about your creative potential, your creative life? Manifesting your muse, Aquarius. Let's find out. Aquarius. All right, what do we have? Ooh, we have Muse of the Never Forgotten. Muse of the Never Forgotten. What lives in your imagination and memory can live on in your art. What do you want to be remembered for? So what lives in your imagination and memory can live on in your art. So this card for me, it's like the idea of nostalgia, memories, history, ancestors, something that happened to you a long time ago, and that you want to commit its memory to via some sort of creative act, painting, writing, a song, dance, whatever, creating a collage, something like that. So, because of course elephants are about, it says elephants never forget, right? So there's maybe something you've never forgotten that touched you very deeply. And maybe it's time now to create some sort of art about it, around it, for it. Again, it doesn't have to be for public consumption. It can just be for you. Maybe you're creating a photo collage of somebody who's passed on, as an example. That's a creative act. So something like that. Or maybe you're creating something that, yes, will be out in the public. So you can make someone continue to live on through some sort of art. And of course, we live on through our art. Right? Think about books that we are still reading from hundreds of years ago, music that was written hundreds of years ago that still gets played, that type of thing. So there could be issues of legacy. You might be thinking about your creative legacy right now also. All right, so let's see what we have. Aquarius. Muse of the Never Forgotten. 6 of Wands. Wow, the Leo. And the Page of Swords. I feel a couple things about this. You could be writing about a person who was kind of a larger than life person figure in your world. So we have the communicative arts. We have the Page of Swords. So we have you and a page. So it's starting something new through some sort of, I think, written form. So a song, a book, something like that. Journal entry, maybe. But somebody larger than life. We have the 6 of Wands. So a parade, somebody important in the community, perhaps. The Strength card here. The Leo, again, the royalty, the larger than life. So it could be somebody who, and it doesn't mean they were famous in the world necessarily, but they were famous in your world. They rocked your world. This is somebody that was a larger than life presence in your world and wanting to memorialize them or recreate them, or they serve as an inspiration to create a new character, but they have a lot of the same qualities, and through some sort of creative act. The other thing I'm getting from this could also be a time that you want to draw upon when you felt this way, when you felt larger than life, invincible, on top of the world. You felt in your power, in your strength, in your prime. And maybe your prime is still yet to come. I hope so. But it could be just an event that made you feel all of those things, that made you just feel so empowered. And you want to not forget the details of that. You want to recreate that through some sort of artistic experience. It is also possible that something you've already created that you are putting out there in the world may have great acclaim coming to it that has these elements to it. This is victory and success. This is the strength, because of the strength of the creative energy behind this effort. If it has these qualities to it, as I was talking about, you could get some sort of beautiful victory or success with it. So really, really cool energies here for you, Aquarius. And Pisces, what do you need to know about your creative life, your creative potential, manifesting your muse? Pisces, let's find out. Pisces. All right. Oh, I love this card so much. We have Muse of the Rainbow Beyond. Gorgeous. Tap into unseen realms, inspiration from ancestral watchers, angels, and ascended masters. This is very Pisces, this card, I feel. This is very Neptunian. So you are really tapping into, like, the veil is very thin in your world right now. You are absolutely tapping into these unseen realms, whether it's through astral travel or in quiet meditation, or you're feeling the spirits around you type thing. You're tapping into that. You're tapping into that for creative inspiration, advice, direction, etc. So, wow. You could be writing about these types of things. You could be writing and creating about with angels right now. Maybe you're writing a paranormal romance, a ghost story, I don't know, something else you could be doing. So that's another possibility with this energy. Okay, let's see. So, ancestral watchers, angels, and ascended masters. You could be writing a story about one of your ancestors and you feel like you're channeling it. You feel like they're there in the room, like whispering in your ear, telling you the story. Like, it could be something like that. There's just, I get this there's just a very interesting, otherworldly, creative energy that is wanting to assist you right now. That's not so strange to Pisces. Like, you know what I'm talking. You've had that experience before, I am sure. All right, let's see what we have. Pisces. We have the Four of Swords again. And we have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Ten of Wands. I think somebody wants to make something easier for you. That's what I feel. And I also feel somebody needs to unburden themselves, and they're choosing you as possibly the vehicle to do it. So, and this could be a visitation in the astral realms. You could wake up with the story in your ear. Especially if we look at this Queen of Swords as an ancestor. This could be a air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But somebody is absolutely, with the Queen of Swords here, there's a feminine energy that wants to get through to you, Pisces, from the other side. They have something to get off their chest. They want to unburden themselves in some way. And they want to share their story. There's something they want to share with you that can empower your own creativity, your own creative life. Now, it doesn't mean you have to write their story or do their thing if you don't want to, but they could just be trying to share a story with you about how they didn't maybe express themselves or embark on a creative adventure when they were on this earthly plane, and they don't want you to make the same mistake. They want you to create and write and express and enjoy and explore and not hold back. So it could be something like that, where they're trying to give you advice to get out and about and get out of your own head and go and enjoy and experience life and funnel it into your creativity. So apply the energies to your life. But that's what I'm feeling from this. And they're choosing you because they know. I'm also getting this buzz. They're choosing you to share this energy with because they know they can trust you and you're not going to judge them in some way. Okay, so wow, really interesting energy here, Pisces. So thank you so much for joining me for your Manifest Your Muse, Creative Potential, Creative Energies, Oracle and Tarot Energies forecast. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you're working on. I'd love to hear about your creative efforts, your creative life, what you got going on. I'm always fascinated by that. As some of you know, I am a writer first and foremost. And I created this deck in that spirit of wanting to help my fellow creative people get out of ruts, get out of blocks, be inspired, get focused, have confidence, all of those types of things. Poured my heart and soul into this. I hope you do check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description of the video. It's 50 cards and you saw the sample of all the cards of different messages to help you manifest your muse. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde. And yes, she's still here. She's been laying down mostly, but she's still here. Ariel, we are signing out. Happy creating. She wanted to show you that she was still here. She said, turn the camera back on, please. Thank you.